And we're going to simply install our next tire iron, only a couple inches away. I want to hold one with my body. You need 3 hands, 3 tire irons. Me personally, I like to use my big spoon to work the tire on, and my smaller tire iron to hold the tire. At first, you can take about 3 to 4 inch bites with your tire irons. The closer you get to the end, you may need to take smaller bites. Also, you want to make sure your tire is in the drop center. Still being very careful not to pinch the tube in between the rim and tire iron. Getting very close to the end, the tire is going to be very hard to install. The last little bit, you should end up at your valve stem and your last rim lock. Make sure they're both depressed in. Use your tire iron to do the last pull. Now I'm going to thread my valve stem nut down a little farther. Beating up your tire. Beating up means simply the bead of the tire seating fully on the rim. You want to make sure that with the line on the tire is even all the way around. You want to check this on both sides. Most of the tires or labels will have their maximum PSI for beating up the tire. You do not want to exceed this maximum PSI. Before just throwing my tire back onto my bike and taking off, you got to make sure your rim locks are tight. But first, one little trick that I have, making sure the tube is straight inside of the tire. Finger tighten your rim locks and your valve stem nut. Use your valve core remover or screwdriver and let all the air out of the tire. Once the tire expands from having air in it, there's plenty of room in there for when the tube shrinks, it can unbind itself or untwist itself or unkink itself. Gives it a chance to straighten back out. Now we can install our valve core and pump our tire back up. Most dirt bike running pressures, PSI, is about 15 to 18 PSI. Some motocross applications you may want to run 12 to 14 PSI. For normal riding, 15 to 18 is good. You should check your owner's manual for its specifications. Make sure your rim lock or rim locks are tight. and also the nut on your valve stem.